my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for taking your time to subscribe into my channel. Thank you for the 88 subscribers. We are on a road to 100 subscribers and I do not take it for granted. Thank you for everyone who subscribed. And for those who have not subscribed, kindly hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so every single moment I upload a video, you'll be part of our team. I know those who are new here are asking what this YouTube channel is about, and this YouTube channel we learn English. I am a teacher of English, we learn English, we do love and we do life. That is a brief of what we are doing. So without talking much, the last lesson we did something about parts of speech, we did nouns, we talked about what nouns are, we gave examples, we gave types of nouns, and we dealt with two types of nouns. We did proper nouns and we did proper nouns and common nouns. And today we are going to do other four types of nouns. We're going to do the abstract, we're going to do the concrete, we are going to do the countable and non-countable nouns. But before that, guys, as you always know about this channel, we have to do the spelling challenge. We have to do 10 confusing words. We have to do it. And for those who are new here, this is how we always do it. I give you the spelling, you write it, and then I give you the correct word over there. So if you get it right, you're gonna mark it for yourself, and if you get it wrong, you're gonna put an X and make sure you do a correction. That's how simple we always do it. So welcome to today's lesson, and let's get started with a spelling challenge. I'll give you 5 seconds so that you can write the word. After that, I'm gonna put the correct word there, and then give you what is required of you. If you get it, I repeat again, you're gonna put a mark, and if you fail, you put an X and then you correct it. So without talking much, let's get to the first word. The first word we're gonna write is consternation. 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 Make sure you start your word with a capital letter. That's a rule in English. You should write the first word with a capital letter. So there is the correct spelling, and then you should put in mind that consternation is there's an E. Consternation, there's an E after T, and it is a one word. And yeah, if you got it right, please correct yourself. The second one you're going to write, the second word is awkward. Awkward. I feel a little bit awkward. That the second word you're going to write. Awkward. 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 The situation is awkward. The awkward word is what we are writing. And I'll put the spelling over there. Please mark for yourself if you got it right. And put in mind that awkward begins with a letter A and not an O. It begins with a letter A. Yeah, that's one of the most confusing words. It confuses a lot of students, especially when they're writing their compositions. They begin it with an O, that's not what is right. It is right to begin with an A. The third word we're going to write is embarrass. 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 Embarrass from the word embarrassment. Embarrass. 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 I hope we are together. So there is the word. There is the word embarrass. Mark that it has a double S. Yeah, the third word you're going to write is scissors. A scissor. So you're going to write it in plural. Scissor. Scissors. Scissors. That's a bit confusing, but you can do this. Scissors. There is the correct spelling over there. You should note that scissors has a double S. It has a double S. The next word we're going to write, which is the fifth word we're going to write, is quarter. Quarter. Half quarter. So write quarter. 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 That's a bit simple, guys. And make sure you write it right. There is the correct spelling. You should note that there is an R between A and T. The sixth word you're going to write is, what? Impression. Impression, from the word impress. Impression, impression, impression. She had a nice impression. So impression is the sixth word you're going to write. And make sure, and I'm insisting that you begin your word with a capital letter. There is the spelling over there. Make sure you are marking when you get right, and put a wrong and do corrections so that this can be impactful, so that it cannot be a waste of time, but it can bring something positive to the table. So the seventh word we're going to write, the seventh word we are going to write is colleague. Colleague, colleague. A colleague teacher, a colleague student, colleague, 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 colleague. So there is a correct spelling. Make sure it has a double L. That's where most of the people ignore the L. They put a single L. It has a double L, a E, a A, a G, and a U, and a E. That's a bit confusing. The number 8 word we're going to write is entertainment. Entertainment, the word seems simple because maybe it's commonly used, but people confuse the spelling of the word. So entertainment, it's a bit long, and make sure you begin the word with a capital letter. There's a word over there. Make sure there's an R between E, enter, and T. There's an R over there. The number 9 word you're going to write, is what? Write the word tafis. Tafis. Butter tafis. Tafis, this is what I saw in one of my students' composition, and I just felt like it's being confused by most of the people. Most of the people use the word, but they do not know how to write it. So I write the word tafis. I hope you're there. The word is over there. Make sure you don't put an F, you put a G and a H. G and a H is pronounced as F. So note that, note that. That is what confuses most of the students. And the last word we are going to write the word principle. Principle. I keep on repeating this word because most of the learners confuse this word. Principle, our school principal. Principle. The word is over there, and learners keep on confusing principle with the LE. Principle with the LE means guidelines, and principle with the AL means the principal of the school. So you should take note of that, not to confuse the two principles. The first principle with an A and an L is the principal for a school, and the second one is the principal meaning guidelines. My life principles, that's what the second principle means, and make sure you do not confuse. So I hope you've learned something from the spelling challenge. I hope you've challenged yourself. I hope you've enhanced your skills, because this is very, very important, especially to students who are still writing their compositions, especially when you go to an interview and you are very comfortable with your spelling skills, then it's gonna create a very good impact to your life, a positive impact for that case. So without talking much, let's get back to our lesson. And I said we're going to do today 4 types of nouns. We did 2 on the other class. We are going to do 4. We are going to do concrete nouns. We are going to do abstract nouns. We are going to do countable and non-countable nouns. So everyone have a notebook and get learn something. To the third type of noun, we have concrete nouns. And when we talk about concrete nouns, as you can listen from the pronunciation, concrete means something you can touch, something touchable. That is just the introductory part, maybe the layman's language, something you can touch. And the way we are going to define concrete noun in this class, we'll say that concrete nouns refers to physical objects. And when we talk about physical objects, it means things that we can touch and we can see. Are we together? Things that we can touch, they are physical, we can see them, we can touch them. And examples of those objects, we have people. You can see a person, you can touch a person. We have animals, you can see a cat, you can touch a cat. We have things such as tables, we have chairs, we have lockers, we have a board. Those are things that you can touch, you can see them, they are physical. And that is what concrete nouns means. And I think this is the simplest type of nouns, because it's something like we experience it. It's something that these things are things that we live it, we live with it, we have them. And something important we need to note is that concrete are physical. We can see them, we can touch them. Examples, we have people, we have animals, we have things. Get the geographical features, and when we talk about the geographical features, we mean the mountains, we mean the lakes, we mean the rivers. So those are parts of the concrete nouns. I mean, we said we can see them and we can touch them. You can touch a mountain, you can touch a river, you can see them. I mean, concrete nouns, you can also say there are things so that we can prove, we can experience them. I hope you got something from that. Anything you can see, anything you can touch, those are anything that is physical are concrete nouns. I hope you got that. That was a bit short, but it was that simple. Let's get to the next, abstract nouns. Abstract nouns. That's the fourth type of nouns. Abstract nouns. One thing that I can tell you is abstract nouns are the opposites of concrete nouns. What does this mean? We've said that concrete nouns are physical, we can touch them, we can see them. So this is the opposites, the direct opposite of concrete nouns. Abstract nouns are those types of nouns that we can't see, we can't hear, we can't touch. We can't touch them, we can't see them. Those are abstract nouns. That's the simple definition. And you know, like how I always arrange these nouns. I always make common and proper nouns together because they are directly opposites. Because we said common, proper nouns are specific, common they are unspecific. We've said concrete are physical and we can see them, and abstract we cannot see them and they are not physical. So we can say in other terms that abstract nouns are the opposite of concrete nouns. So in simple terms, we are saying that abstract, we cannot see them, we cannot touch them. And an example of it, we have laziness, we have happiness, we have kindness. All those things, they are words, we cannot see them, but they are terms. We just experience them, they are emotions. As per the example, how can you put it? We can summarize the whole thing by saying that abstract nouns are the emotions, and we've said like happiness. The other emotions, happiness, sadness. We have the philosophical concepts. We have time, things that you know that you cannot see them, but we experience them. Though we cannot see them, we cannot touch them. Those are abstract nouns, and you can say it's right for you to say that abstract nouns are the opposite of concrete nouns. I hope we are there. I hope we're together up to there, guys, because that's how simple concrete and abstract nouns are. Let's go to the next. We have the countable and non-countable nouns, and this is another the easiest types of nouns, because just as you can say the names, you can say you can get something from saying the names. When you talk about countable nouns, things that we count, non-countable, things that we cannot count. That's how simple English is. That's how simple pass English. That's how you can pass English. That's how English sounds, yeah? In general terms, we can say the nouns can be divided into countable and non-countable. And you'll find in other maybe terms, countable nouns is always said as count, and then the non-countable, non-count. But I prefer countable. So when we talk about a noun, nouns being countable, it can be maybe said in terms of the quantity. You can count them. And when we talk about countable nouns, something very, very important is that countable nouns can be placed into singular and plural, into ones and into many. So when we talk about one person, that is in singular, and when we talk about two or more persons, two or more people, we put them in plural. So this is what I'm trying to bring. The message that I am trying to bring home is that the countable nouns can be placed in singular and in plural. That is what is important. Like 20 students, that is in plural, we can count the students. One student, that is in singular. And that is, I think, what is very important when you talk about the countable nouns. So make sure you give more examples. Make sure you maybe what do? You look for questions and try to check if they can maybe receive the countable nouns as the answers or the non-countable nouns. So let's go to the non-countable nouns. And just as you can maybe pronounce it non-countable, we say that you cannot count. Can you, for example, there are food stuff that you cannot count. For example, salt, sugar. Can you count them? You cannot count them. So food substances that cannot be counted: water, sugar, salt. We also have the liquids. Liquids that you cannot count them: yogurt, milk, water. You cannot count them. They fall under the non-countable nouns. We also have the qualities. You cannot count the amount of happiness. You cannot count the amount of laziness. You cannot count the amount of sadness a person has. Those are non-count or non-countable nouns. Again, you cannot count hair. Maybe the amount of hair you have in your head, it's impossible for you to count them, and we categorize them under the non-countable nouns. That's how easy the non-countable and countable nouns are. And this should maybe when a question comes in an exam, we should be very sure to pass it, because it's a matter of just seeing. It's a matter of understanding and answering that question. So I expect that if you get yourself in a situation where you're supposed to answer a question with either a countable or non-countable nouns, I expect you, as a student who is from a Beryl edition of English, to get it. I don't expect you to go and disappoint and break me. That's why I give you these lessons, and that's why I insist them, because I want you to be the best student. I want you to pass. I want you to be the best of yourself. Are we clear up to that? And guys, I expect you to give me comments. I expect you to tell me how much how much these lessons are helping you. I expect you to tell me, suggest what you feel I should do, to suggest what you think I should maybe insist, what you think I should change, what you think I should maybe put more emphasis on. That's what I expect in the comment section. And most of you have been asking, when are we going to live in this channel? You say that we are going to do live. We've never seen you do live apart from teaching. Guys, I need you to have some patience, and we're going to do it. We are going to do it. And I want to thank everyone who subscribed. Thank you for the 88 subscribers. Thank you for everyone who always appreciates my content, who always likes, who always share my videos, who always comment. It's a thank you from my side, and I do not take it for granted, guys. Thank you so much. So we've come to the end of today's class. from you. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, and I'm optimistic that this channel is building you and not destroying you. We are on a road to 100 subscribers. So if you've not subscribed, kindly hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, so every single moment I upload a video, you'll be part of my notification team. So I don't have much to say, just to wish you all the best as you continue learning, to wish you all the best as you continue to improve yourself. It's a bye for now, and let's meet in the next class. Bye.